Welcome to the Sitecore Interview Question video series. Today's question is, what are the different index update strategies in Sitecore? Let's attempt to answer the question.
Index update strategy. The first one is rebuild after full publish strategy. As the name suggests, it is the rebuild indexes after full publish has happened. So it is subscribed to the on full publish end event, and it triggers when the full index is rebuilt. So when the full publish is done, okay, so on full publish end event, it gets triggered and it will rebuild all the indexes. The event queue must be enabled in the distributed environment. It uses an event queue, so in the distributed environment, you should have an event queue. Do not combine with a synchronous strategy. What is synchronous strategy? That we will see later. The second one is on publish end asynchronous strategy. On publish end asynchronous strategy. So it also happens on the it subscribes to the on publish end event. So on publish end events it happens and it triggers the incremental index rebuild. So it is the incremental index rebuild. Event queue again it is used, okay, in the distributed environment. This strategy uses the event queue object from the database it was initialized with and depend on. So you need to define the database when you define this on publish end asynchronous strategy. You have to enable the event queue if you are using this strategy. The event queue table within the pre-configured database must have entries that are dated later than the last update timestamp of the index. So when the event queue table, it should have the entries which is later than the what is last updated. So it is as name suggests, the incremental update. So you should have the incremental update to happen the indexes. Okay, so this is the second one on publish end asynchronous strategy. Then another one is it's similar to the asynchronous strategy, that is on publish end async single instance. So you have a single instance here. So it launches the incremental update operation for item modified as a determined by the event queue. So same thing what we have done on publish end asynchronous strategy. It is triggered by the on publish end event. It retrieves the event records only once. Okay, it is and reuses them for all the indexes it is attached to. So it is that retrieving the data is done only once. That is why it is a single instance. Then you have an interval asynchronous update strategy. As name suggests, it has an interval. Okay, so it is triggered by a time interval. So with some time it is get triggered. So you want to point indexes with the time interval, then you use this index strategy. It uses the internal timer that is initialized with the predefined internal value. It uses the internal timer that will have a predefined value. What is the precondition to using this strategy? First of all, enable the event queue. Okay, and for that you must be having this true. The reference database must be defined in the database configuration section. So it will need a database, which reference database. The reference database must match at least one database that is defined in the search index to be found. So internal asynchronous update strategy. Then you have a synchronous strategy. It is more real time. So as soon as your content is updated, the index should get updated. It is closest to the real time. It also uses the most expensive strategy in terms of CPU and IO. So it is a very costly strategy. Subscribe to the low level data engine events. So it is happen in the low level data like item saver or item save remote. Those events it gets executed. Then you have a remote rebuild strategy. Subscribe to the on indexing ended remote event. So it happens on indexing ended remote event. Only activated when a full index rebuild takes place. So there is a full index is happening, then it will take place. You use this mechanism to rebuild remote indexes when you force an index rebuild. Manual strategy. As name suggests, it's a manual one. So must rebuild this index manually. Okay, and it will automatically index are disabled. So these are the few indexing strategies which we have seen. Okay, this is not all the strategy. Okay, I'm just giving you few ones.
For more details about index update strategies, please watch our video on Sitecore Index Update Strategies. Click on the video link provided on the screen. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel.